All right, so our movie of the week, to pivot to the final closing statement, was The Black Phone.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Did you actually watch it?
Yep, absolutely.
You swear to God you watched it?
Swear on Nana's life.
Wow.
All
I'm
right.
surprised.
All right.
We were ready to give you fucking so
Why do you
much
guys
shit.
think I didn't watch one movie, and now you guys are trying to make this a
Yo,
thing like
same
I don't
thing
watch
with
the
me.
movies.
I've
I
watched
Hey,
every
you
understand
want me
it.
to give a
movie
little
after that.
background of Black Phone before we start?
Sure.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
for the
Little
listeners,
synopsis.
I
for the
wrote down some stuff.
for the listeners and the viewers.
A little synopsis.
Yeah, this is Black Phone, rated R, runtime's 103 minutes. The budget was 16 million, box office was 157 million. So they made pretty good money on
They
it.
always
money
make
for
money.
sure.
with
Critics
those
have an
movies.
82% on the critics rating, 88% audience.
This is Rotten
um,
Tomatoes, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Rotten
Okay,
Tomatoes.
gotcha. Yep.
Produced by Blumhouse, who's done Paranormal Activity, Insidious, and The Purge.
And Halloween.
Directed by Scott Derrickson, who did Sinister and Doctor Strange, which I thought that was kind of odd that he did Doctor Strange in horror movies.
Yep.
It's about an abducted teenager who uses a mysterious telephone to communicate with the previous victims of the deranged captor played by Ethan Hawke. All right, that's pretty much the synopsis of it.
Okay,
It
so
is.
yeah, when I seen Blumhouse coming through like the intro, I was like, all right, what?
Scared?
I
Did you
I
get
had to
scared?
I had to watch it too. I had to stop it in the middle of the night because it was getting crazy. But movie keeps you very on edge. High violins, a lot of that stuff going on. A lot in question of like the sister and just like what she's actually able to do, and if what she's doing like is actually happening or.
The fuck should happen? Did you fall out of the chair? What the fuck happened?
What do you mean?
So this what the sister was doing essentially like was really confusing.
She's like clairvoyant.
What?
So her mother was like clairvoyant. She like sees paranormal.
She has like she has
like special abilities, but
yeah.
they both do. The mother gave it to both kids.
The kid has it too. The kid.
Do you
Vinny?
think he was just talking to dead people in the basement for no reason?
I thought he was just fucking hearing shit. I thought that was like
No.
all like him just being like,
No,
what
no,
the
no.
fuck?
Both kids definitely inherited her abilities, but the sister has like a more, I would say, like stronger abilities.
Can I be honest with you? I kind of missed that the brother had it. I thought it was just part of like a plot device. I thought it was
What
just
are
a
you
thing.
guys talking about?
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I
No,
missed
I know,
that the
but,
brother
like-
could I didn't because I'd only heard him. I remember they were talking later in the movie. But I'm trying to say, like, I just thought that he was just there with this magic fucking phone.
No,
I never picked
so-
up that. Al, did you pick up that both of the kids had clairvoyant abilities? Or did you think it was just the daughter?
You're joking, right?
What?
They both have it.
Had
Of
no
course they
idea.
both have it. How the hell do you think
I
that
missed
he's
I
the-
missed that the son did. I
How
thought
do
it
you
was
think
just
that he's the only one on the phone that can hear the voices?
Yeah.
They even said like you're the only one.
because they say on the first thing the kid says to him on the phone is the grabber can hear it too. He just pretends that he can't.
No. That is not what they said.
Yes, it is. What do you mean?
They
No.
did say that.
Okay, so that's what threw me off. That's what I'm saying.
The grabber can hear it too. That doesn't mean that the grabber doesn't have some type of clairvoyant thing.
But that's what threw everything off for me. That's why I thought it was just the sister and the brother was just like there.
They did say that, and that's the reason why he hears the voice at the end.
Oh,
He
yeah.
hears the voices on the phone. But that doesn't mean that all three of them don't have it. I took it as that kid has to have it. Because none of the other kids could hear it. They said they could never hear the phone.
The
before.
grabber says the phone rings, and every time he answered, no one's ever there. So he couldn't talk to the dead. So he could hear the phone, but it wouldn't. He can hear the phone ring, but he couldn't hear the voices.
Okay.
That's a little bit jonky for me, but okay. Like I
No, but if he hears it ring and he picks it up and he can't hear voices, then he
Right,
can't hear the
okay.
voices. So maybe he needs the kid to help him out.
Yeah. Can we
Kids
can we
touching him.
talk about like would you say late 60s, early 70s is the mood of this movie?
It's
It's
1978.
1978.
Denver.
Okay,
in
1978.
North Denver.
Sorry.
Yep.
Well, the whole tone of this movie was awesome.
perfect. I thought it was perfectly executed.
They killed it.
Absolutely nailed
Yep.
the whole late 70s vibe.
I like
clothing,
that vintage
setting.
thing. I know
Yep.
you would like that.
Yeah, I fucked with that heavily. I thought they nailed it. I
I
also thought the home, like the how they showed the flashbacks, not to cut you off,
Yeah.
in like that grainy 70s home movie footage.
But here's okay. So I have a point to make, but just remind me later.
Okay, sure. I was just saying I like that.
Yeah.
Continue, sorry.
So basically, a couple things I did really like about this movie was the tone of it. I like how they like represented the bullies and the alcoholic father.
He's a
Like,
piece of shit.
Such a piece of shit. It made me like
such
loathe
a piece
him.
of shit. When that vodka dropped, I love that she dropped the fucking vodka.
But
Like, fuck
redeemable at
you.
the end. He did give you that like lovable addict piece of shit.
No, he's a piece of shit.
The
Still.
daughter absolutely fucking crushed that role.
Yeah,
I
she
thought
did such a
I
good
thought this
doll.
is some
What's
of
her
the best
name?
child acting.
Do
I've
we know
seen.
her name?
Gwen. Oh, you mean in real
Her
life?
real
No,
name?
I
It's
don't
like
know.
Margaret something. I forget what it is.
But she utterly crushed that.
Keep an
role.
eye on her. She could be a big time actress. At some
Crushed
point.
it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Finn or Finny was good, but the sister just stole the show.
Yeah, Finn wasn't that good. Though-
But I think he
and I
was good
didn't
for
really
the-
like the Indian kid either. The Native American kid.
He's Mexican.
Is that what he was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was Mexican.
Oh, he was Mexican.
They called him Mabina.
Oh yeah, because he. Oh,
Kept
that's
calling
right.
him
That's
Mabina.
right.
Yeah, he
That kid was a
Mexican.
fucking dog.
Yeah, I
was my
felt like it
favorite
was
character. I
when
was
he was like
pissed.
step back, step forward, step back, step forward. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was a lot.
I think
But
it was
when,
too much.
When the girl smashed the bully with the rock,
Wow.
was
Yeah,
so-
that was awesome.
that
I
was
thought
awesome.
that she was about to
Bleeding from
catch
the
a
And the
side.
rat
kid's like
because he's
concussed on
bleeding.
the fence.
He's
You could
bleeding
tell
from
he's
his-
like,
I thought he was
Si-
dead.
yeah,
I thought
it's
she
the
was about to
70s,
like
dude.
go away from the movie now because like
70s.
she's like a problem child.
Yeah.
Because like she's like the type of because
nah,
then
she was such a fucking little badass.
she crushed
she got
it.
kicked right in the face, and then she goes and sits on the fence like right next to him. And that was a cool scene. She's sitting next to him, like holding her mouth, it's bleeding, but she looks over at him, and
Yeah,
his
his
head's
head's gushing.
gushing blood after she just smashed him.
That
with a
was good.
rock.
I like the gore in those scenes. The 70s, they had some sweet ass cop cars.
They
Those
did.
cop cars.
Yeah, those
are
are sick.
Yeah.
Do you know? To be honest with you, is that you guys know I like a lot of like, I like horror movies, and I like the villains in horror movies. I loved the Grabber, but we didn't get enough Grabber. You know what movie I want is I want the prequel to this movie.
I agree.
I could see that.
I wanted to see like a POV of like the grabber driving around in the van and like planning all the shit.
Stalking.
Yeah, like
Why-
that's
I
what
want to
wanted
see him.
Yeah.
No, and I know this is gonna be kind of a weird take because we shouldn't talk about kids getting fucking murdered and shit. But if you're gonna put flashbacks in a movie, why are you not showing these other kids and what they
completely.
went through?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I thought it would have added to the viscerality of the movie. With like,
We know that he needs to see everything on screen. We know that.
no,
That's
but
something about
I
you.
no, but
Well, no,
I
it's-
think it would have added some gravitas to the movie.
It's
do you
kind of
not?
like the
It's so,
midsummer.
like-
It's kind of like the midsummer thing. Everything happens off screen. You never actually get to see it.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
then the only time that we're gonna see violence is then his fucking dumbass brother that finally figured, like, finally put
that
that,
was
two and
fucking
two
stupid
together.
when the brother's like, "Hey, I just found a fucking kid in my basement."
Well,
I
he was
knew it the
coked
whole
out. That's why.
He was
Yeah.
coked
Yeah, I
out
know
as
that,
well.
but,
Goofball.
but even still, it's just like, dude, like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and then
And
it's
then
like,
just
you
gets
saw
the
it coming a
axe
mile
in the
away.
head.
That was a very predictable part
Like,
of the movie for
yeah.
me.
The Grabber's dialogue was phenomenal. Ethan
Great.
Hawke destroyed that role. I want more Ethan Hawke. I want more of the Grabber. What I am really, really pissed about is if you watch the trailer, it gives out. If you watch the trailer of this movie, it gives everything that is said and cool and done in the trailer is there, and then you go see it. You're waiting for other shit to happen, and it's just like, oh, I saw that.
Yeah, that
Oh,
that
I
does
saw it.
stink. Don't, at least they delivered and it didn't like the movie didn't suck overall.
I
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought the plan with him doing these little things kind of gave me like Shawshank. The kid I'm saying to get out of the basement gave me like Shawshank Redemption vibes a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that shit kind of pissed me off in
I
a way.
agree too. I didn't like the formulaic approach to it.
Like,
To be honest with you,
So this dude's just sitting upstairs on a fucking chair waiting for a belt, just like teasing the kid, like because he, if we obviously pay attention every single time that like after the first time he leaves the door open every single
Yeah, he
time.
does it on
obviously,
purpose.
He does it on purpose,
to let the kid go up, right? But you're gonna tell me that this guy's not gonna come downstairs. The Grabber, check out what's going on. He took the grate off the window. He's got a fucking hole in the fucking whole ass floor. He ripped the whole lining off the fucking wall. He actually smashes a whole wall, hole into the fucking wall because he's listening to the voices.
because
and shit
he's
like that.
waiting for the kid to play naughty boy, so he's not fucking with him yet. Because it's the next stage of like the way he kills. He needs to beat the shit out of him with the belt. He needs to play naughty boy.
Something happened to happen with his father. Like maybe like his father used to beat the shit out of him. That's
right. And he
that's
needs
kinda
to,
what
he
I was
needs
getting
to,
the
he
vibe
needs to
from.
replay that.
But are you
that,
trying to say that he should have been able to hear what was going on? Is that what you were saying?
Nope, not hear what was going on. Just every time when he went down there, like Really? You walk.
So he's-
you
he goes-
walk in that room every single time to the top right. You 110% would definitely be able to tell if the grate was taken off the fucking window or not. Give me that one at least.
No, Nico's
me
right.
that
In
one.
terms like the other thing is like also
Yes.
another part of that is like he spends a significant amount of time in the room when he's there. The grabber guy,
He
like he's in
sits
there.
under the window. He's sitting in the
Yeah,
corner.
but that was before he pulled the thing off. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I thought it was after.
Here's the other thing is like they I would have respected it more if they just had like if they first off like why would he leave glass bottles in the room? Like they never showed the kid like waiting behind the fucking door when he opened it and fucking bashing it off the back of his head or something
Well,
like
he
that.
was too afraid to get his head cut off.
He's just
Jay
scared.
Fine, I would love your take on
Oh,
this
yeah,
Yeah,
movie.
you
Fine,
said
throw
Jay
it out
Fine.
there,
You
Jay
said
Fine.
that. I didn't. I hope I didn't steal what you said because you were talking about the ending, and I know that I think we kind of felt the same way here.
All right, look, a couple quick things. I'll say, obviously, I liked a lot of what you guys said, right? I thought, like, the reoccurring theme of, like, blood and gore, like, the whole, like, there was just blood everywhere, and I kind of liked that, right? It added,
Yeah.
like, a cool, like, creepy element. I think this movie should have opened up, like, the very first scene should have been, you know, everything all sunshine and rainbows, and then you see the mother snap and kill herself, and that kind of sets
That would have been
everything-
so dope.
I
and that
agree.
sets
You know
everything
what?
up,
You know
right?
what opened like that? His other Sinister.
Right.
The first scene of the movie is the kids hanging off the fucking tree, and you're like, holy
And you know what's
shit,
funny?
what is this?
So Ethan Hawke is in Sinister.
yeah, right.
Right.
And his brother plays the cop in Sinister.
Yes.
I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
see
I didn't know
Sinister.
that.
I've seen Sinister.
Never saw it.
Supposedly Sinister is like creepy as fuck.
Sinister's great. Great.
I heard it
movie.
was awesome. Then the second one sucks cock.
I liked it, but the first one's better. What were you
Jay
saying, Jay
Fine,
Fine?
continue.
No, so yeah, I think seeing a little bit of what happened to the mother would have made it a lot more impactful once the girl starts having these memories and,
Yeah.
and these dreams and whatnot. I will say I did feel a little disconnected. I get that maybe the boy is supposed to have those, like that same like clairvoyant, powers, but they didn't introduce it the same way. Like they didn't present them the same way. Like this girl was having dreams and seeing stuff, and he's
That's
just
why I was
he's just able to
confused, Jay
talk on a
Fine.
magical
Thank
phone.
you.
So
That's
I'm
why
like,
I was confused.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
That's
God,
what
so
I'm
you
saying,
could've-
but that's what the fuck I'm saying. They presented it in different ways, which is why
Right,
I was
I think you could
confused.
connect that a little better.
They did.
I agree
They
with
did.
Nico. I don't like how he keeps coming down to the basement and doesn't notice any of the shit this kid is doing down there. Like, I mean, that to me was a little crazy. I will say the escape scene pissed me the F off just because it was so unrealistic. Like, that you are either in 3 backyards down or the next block over by the time that guy gets in his car and pulls out of the driveway.
I know
I
that
would
did
agree.
bother
How
Okay.
do you
me
not
too.
scream the
That-
second you get out of that door?
But not just that. Why are you running right on the main road along where he can just drive up to you? Like, split into a backyard, run across
Jump
the street.
over a fence,
jump
do
over a
something. Yeah,
fence.
exactly. What's the guy going to chase you into someone else's
What I
backyard?
will say is,
Right.
I bet you you can't even pronounce the word Kel, and you're trying to shit on this kid for the way he's running. Though.
He was probably terrified.
like
I'm
common sense stuff like that. Like
I'm
how
saying-
to pronounce Kel.
I'm saying, okay,
you have trouble
okay.
with.
Ergonomics is not the same as escaping abduction. That's completely different. So
I think that obviously it's a movie. They have to prolong it so you understand. Of course, like if we get into the nitty gritties, how does a fucking 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid strangle a guy, a full grown adult?
No, well, I was gonna get into
With the
that point.
telephone cord.
That was kind of fucking ridiculous, man. We're talking. This guy
So-
walks through the fucking door. They get into a little bit of a fucking scramble. He chases him. He trips him with the fucking wire, and he falls into a hole that's maybe, I don't know, 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet deep. And the grates in there, and he just lands on it and cracks his ankle, and then he's just
I could see you rolling your ankle though. I
just-
think he would
just
get out.
stuck.
I think he could get out of it.
He
That's what I'm-
100%
yeah.
could have got out of the fucking hole. It's
You
fight or
push
flight.
yourself up.
Push
he
yourself
he
up.
could have, but he wouldn't have been able to stand up. He would have had to fight the kid like on all fours, and at that point, you're at the kid's level.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
You are at the kids.
I
level
just,
now,
I
but
just,
know-
I just don't understand how like I didn't like that like he strangled the guy. I would have liked it better if he just bashed his fucking head in with the phone or something like
No,
that.
he
and, like,
actually snaps his neck. He snaps his when he does the last tug. You hear
The
his
last
neck
one, yeah,
crack.
I think
he
it
snaps
does
his
crack.
neck, which is kind of crazy because that kid, you'd have to have a fucking shit ton of strength to be that kid to break a fucking other human's
But
neck.
even
like
when he
that.
escapes earlier, before he runs into the street, like you knew he was going to catch him. Why does he stand over Ethan Hawke? Like he stands over the grabber and he's just standing there for like probably 5 seconds. Is standing over him like when he's sitting in the chair asleep. Like why are you not moving faster than that? If someone even comes into my doorway when I'm sleeping, I wake up.
me too.
Why would you stand over someone like that? So just the off chance that the grabber's
because
gonna
you're a
get out.
fucking idiot. That's
So that
why.
was stupid.
Yeah.
I think he really just wanted to make sure he was sleeping.
You know what I didn't really like? They made a big deal about how he had a great arm. So at the beginning, he's playing baseball. The kid says,
You know what,
arm's
Al? You
mint."
know what that gave me vibe like Signs.
I
I
Remember,
agree,
honestly
like
yeah.
swing
thought.
away Merrill, like that type of
I
shit.
made
That's where I thought they were going
I made
with
a
that.
note that said your arm is mint. It's got to mean something because he said it the first thing when he talked to him on the phone. He said your arm's mint. I legit thought he was gonna throw something.
I thought he was
because
gonna throw the little fucking rocket in his eyeball or some
Something.
shit like that.
Who
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
fuck knows?
Yeah,
But
right.
They made it seem like something was gonna happen with his arm because he could throw, but that never came to fruition.
Can I pose one quick question?
Yeah,
Maybe I
sure.
just missed this. What was like the time frame from abduction to abduction? Because I was just trying to figure out why it seemed like the other kids that he had kidnapped just days ago were already dead and buried, but he decided to keep this kid
I
alive and
think
toy
it's
with them.
I think it's almost years because he says to him,
It's not yet.
Not yet.
not-
It's like
it
weeks.
said last spring.
No, what
One
are
of
you
them
talking
says
about?
one of them says spring. It's not within you think
It's
it's within
days.
days?
Yeah,
Days.
days.
not
I would
days.
say, yeah. I would
I
say
think
that's
it's
why I
The
said
movie
weeks.
itself,
Yeah, like,
the movie
think
itself
it's-
takes place over days,
Yeah.
but there were kidnappings,
That first kid that gets the Asian kid that gets taken,
and there was one before him too.
and there was one before him too.
and
And
you
yeah,
gotta
but I think that
remember-
those are
You got to remember that it was only going to end if he started to do the bad like be a
Yeah,
bad
he had to
boy.
he had to play naughty boys, but the
So-
kid stayed in the basement. So the next level to keep that progression going is he had to go upstairs.
Yeah, so that's why when the kid tells him, "Do not go upstairs," pretty
Yeah.
much that was basically like that was going to extend his time. Otherwise, if he goes upstairs,
He's
that
fucked.
process starts at a much sooner pace.
yeah.
You
And
know,
I
that's
mean-
why he went to go kill him the next day when he finally escapes and grabs him. Because he goes, "Oh, so you do want to play naughty boy?" He says something along those lines, and he brings
Right.
him into the house.
I just didn't understand how you don't run out of the house and immediately scream. Why
Well,
do you
it's
run
a
up the
horror
street? I
movie.
would have ran to
know,
the fucking
I know.
front. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Then the
how do you
movie's
not
over.
immediately
it's ridiculous.
scream? He
It's
waits
just-
like 10
it's horror.
seconds.
It's every movie in general. It's very
I know.
unrealistic.
It's insane. Like, I don't know. I did like, again, I thought the child acting was fantastic. I thought every kid in the movie was good. I liked the father. I thought I didn't realize it was Jeremy. I mean, I did from the credits. I'm like, holy shit, Jeremy Davies is in this movie. Thought he was good.
He was in Saving Private Ryan.
He was one of the most annoying characters
And he
ever
was
too.
on Lost.
And he was on Lost. That's right. We're seeing a trend. What was I gonna say? Another thing I liked about the grabber, I liked the changing mask to like reflect his mood.
Yeah.
The sad face, the happy, creepy face, the red whatever face.
Also
you know
had
what
a
I'm
blank
saying?
face. Like,
Blank
there was just
face.
The
nothing,
way he
no
like
mouth.
grabs kids too is super fucking creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the
black
black balloons and
balloons.
stuff like
And he,
that.
like,
They
sprays
lets
this
them go and they
mist
sprays
But,
the
I
shit in
mean-
their mouth.
They had so many like sightings of this van, the balloons. I feel like this guy would have been caught. way
100%.
before.
Al,
That is just
why?
the-
crazy.
If this is happening within days, this man is driving around in an all black,
Black
distinct
van.
van with black balloons. How ain't there a fucking whole
It's
system
nuts.
going on?
Yeah, yeah.
I get it's 1978. Oh, does not matter that the fact that there would be a whole police force.
Well, they
if there was
haven't found any kids either.
Yeah, they never found a body.
The only balloon and black thing that they got was from the little girl.
Well, no,
That's-
they
I
found
see
the
it in my
balloons
dreams.
on one of the scenes.
Yeah, but how are they gonna know it's a black van?
Yeah, but how crazy
Well,
is
she
that? So,
said it. Yeah, you're right, yeah.
can someone paint the picture of how they end up at the first house? How the cops end up at the first house to ask that guy? What's
because
going on?
that's where the kid brought her. What are you talking about?
No, not firstly. No.
Oh, you mean when they first initially questioned?
Meet the guy, the brother Max. His name's Max, right?
I'm pretty sure that Max called them and said, "Oh, I have this information." That's why he starts showing him the board, and is like, "He's got to be in this area."
They didn't turn around. The house is across the street.
Why would they know?
No,
That's-
they were in the house. The kid was in the basement.
They
Yeah.
saw the fucking
Of
coke
that
on the table
house.
too. They're definitely like, this guy's a fucking lunatic.
Not
Yeah.
bag. He's got a fucking.
Yeah, this
The
guy,
kid
he's
was
got
in
lines
the
on
basement
phone.
of that house.
He's
Shit,
yeah,
no.
he's got
The
he's
kid
got
was in
lines
the
on the
kid was
table.
in the basement of that house, but
The dead
two
bodies are
houses
across the street.
That's where That's where she gets that house. And they're like, oh wait,
It's empty.
it's empty. But then by the time that guy those cops get up and they come out the front door, like Vinny's already coming across the street. Like, oh wait, so we just got pointed to. They were just completely fucked up. I thought that they should have found him quicker. Essentially, that's the point I'm trying to get at. Like, how didn't they narrow that down?
Yeah, well, it was the dead people that were leading them to the house because that's
The-
the house they remember being buried in.
But
That's
the
where
other
bodies were.
the other weird thing that I thought was like he abducts every one of these kids in the middle of the day. Like
It
at
was
like
creepy.
at like 2:30 in the afternoon.
I don't know. Would you guys rewatch it?
I wouldn't rewatch it. No, I think one time was sufficient. I liked it. I didn't dislike the movie at all. I think 82 is a little high for Rotten
So
Tomatoes.
if a girl is like, "Hey, I kind of want to watch a horror movie," and you're on a
I would
date,
suggest.
she's over your
I
house.
would
I
definitely
would
suggest
rather watch
something.
Zodiac.
I would definitely
It's
suggest.
like a 4-hour movie. She'll be balls deep by the time that movie's over,
Perfect
bro.
movie then.
It's a 4-hour. It's a 4-hour. It's a 4. It's a 4-hour movie, and they don't find anybody. That's the thing.
fucking Zodiac film are you
And
guys
it's
watching?
not even a horror movie, so why
No,
are we
it's not.
talking like that's
The
a
one
horror
about
movie?
the one with
only
Bale
one.
and Robert Downey Jr. They 100% find the Zodiac killer.
Say Bale?
No, they don't. Christian Bale,
Yeah,
he's not in that.
He's not in
movie.
that. Jake Gyllenhaal
Jake
is.
Gyllenhaal is.
so it's Jake Gyllenhaal and Robert Downey Jr. Then
Yeah, they do not find him.
They do not find
in
the
that one. They
Zodiac.
do. Yep.
No, they do not.
Nico, they
He's
see-
not
they-
found in real life.
Yeah, they didn't
didn't
make up a
find
guy
him.
to find him.
They're like, found him. They're like, no,
Yeah.
you didn't, you
No,
idiot.
It's Greg Williams from fucking Joseph Street in California. Like,
They
no,
thought
it's
they
not.
found him.
Yeah.
They found.
And doesn't the Zodiac end with him snapping and shooting the supposed Zodiac killer because he's got his wife's fucking head in the box or whatever it is?
That's
No,
Seven.
that's 7.
That's 7.
7.
What
What's
a
in the
great
box?
movie.
It's in the
That's
box.
okay.
box.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's in
that's
the
what it is.
box?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Great
I'm
movie, though.
confusing them.
Great.
Another
That is a
Samuel
good
L.
movie.
Jackson 90s movie. You're
That's Morgan
welcome.
Freeman.
Oh, no, is it?
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
is.
you're right.
There it is.
You
Sorry.
racist fuck.
I know. I wouldn't. I
They do
didn't
kinda
dislike
look
the
the
Black
same,
Phone.
though.
I thought it was pretty good. I would. 82. I think is too high.
Oh, here we
I'd
go.
probably
Here
go
comes
like
another 70
77.
Why didn't you let him do it? Why did you have to say? Because you know he was going to say it.
Because I love calling his shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
I
tell
would
from
go with
mile
a
away.
77. I like the Black Phone. I thought it was good.
I would
think
recommend it.
I thought you didn't like it.
No, I seen it. This is the third time I watched it.
Didn't you see it in the thing? You're like, I thought it was gonna be something that wasn't that good. Didn't you say that in the group chat?
Well, what? And I've expressed all my points of why I didn't like it. They showed too much in the trailer. They didn't give me enough grabber, and I didn't see any of these
They didn't
kids
grab
get
you
their
enough?
fucking heads cut off.
Right.
Okay.
I think it could have been 30 minutes longer, and they could have developed some of the plot lines out a little.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Fleshed it out
I
a little
agree.
bit.
Yeah.
That's
I would've
why I
liked
want a
to
prequel.
I would have liked to see the Grabber's like childhood too. Like if you know if the father was an
Give me a
abusive piece of
prequel of the
shit.
Grabber.
They always do prequels. Blumhouse and that.
Yeah,
fuck,
give
they
me a
always
prequel
do
to
prequels.
Grabber, and I will give you my money.
I think what set this apart from a movie like again, you talk about the violence towards children. You want to talk about violence towards kids?
It.
They were fucking mangling kids in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
So I kind of wish
I haven't seen the new It.
you haven't?
The last It I seen, it was on 2 fucking VHS
Oh
tapes.
my
Dude,
God,
we
remember
watched
that?
that in Brianna's basement.
Yeah.
We rented that at Vinny's.
You had to fucking put in 2 different VHS tapes.
Yeah, I
to
remember that
watch
the
it.
double cassette
Nuts.
fucking thing. Yep.
Well, do you know it was a TV show, not a movie? It was a straight to.
Yeah, it was a miniseries,
It was
right?
a straight to TV miniseries with episodes, and then they made it into.
I
They made it
fucking
into it.
hate that movie because I
know,
hate.
he
I
hates
love the
clowns.
first. I mean,
My
I'm saying
boys
the new
rag
one.
on me all the time. Like
Tim
you're a
Curry
fucking
one's
joke because they're all
incredible.
horror film guys too, and they're like, "That's like we laugh at this. Like this shit is just like a fucking
yeah,
joke."
it's like silly.
yeah.
The
But-
Tim Curry ones was
All
terrifying.
right, what are we doing next week for a movie?
Jay, fine. What do you think? Do you have any suggestions at all? I was
I'd
gonna
have to
make our
look.
pick Gone Girl. That was gonna be my recommendation.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a great movie.
What
I'm
about
putting the
what
veto
about
on that.
What about Annihilation?
What's that?
Never heard of it.
Polarized. It's
Why don't we
Natalie-
do everything
Oh, we
always,
saw that.
everywhere, all together? Do you know which movie I'm talking
Oh,
about?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
What's it on?
I think that Nico would like that.
I think
It's
you
an
have to
action
rent
movie.
it.
No, I think it's on Paramount.
Is it?
I think so.
What is it?
Everything.
Everywhere All at Once.
It's about the multiverse. I think you'd like it. I
It's
think
about an
you'd-
Asian woman in the.
we gotta pick
multiverse.
something that Nico's gonna like.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, because he's
I
being-
actually like this movie.
he's.
I
Did
didn't
you?
mind it.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, Black
Yeah,
Phone.
Because
You
you've
because
like
I
it?
been
remember-
like a whiny bitch about all the movies.
He
lately.
has
But
been crying.
they've sucked.
And,
arguably, but
and I know you said that last week it wasn't your pick, it was my pick. It was definitely your pick because you mentioned it the week before. All I did was read a list of movies off, and then you claimed it to be my pick.
Yeah.
So I just want to clarify.
no, I mean, I.
You've been
yeah,
a little whiny
because
bitch
it was
about the movies lately.